What's the most shocking secret your parents kept from you? I was 12 when my parents sat me down and told me I had to choose between them. They made it sound so casual, both sitting across from me at the kitchen table. My dad was fiddling with his wedding ring like it was a toy. You should be happy you're getting to pick. Most kids don't get that kind of privilege, my mom said like this was some kind of gift. Just pick who you feel happiest with. My dad gave a weak nod, looking like there was something they weren't telling me. No pressure, buddy. We love you no matter what. That night I couldn't sleep. I laid there going over every little memory I had. It didn't feel like picking a parent. It felt like passing some huge test I wasn't ready for. In the days after that, little things started changing. Mom started casually slipping comments into breakfast conversations. Things like, "Did your dad get angry at the dog again? He's been so grumpy lately." Dad started doing the same thing, telling me things like, "Have you ever noticed how mean mom can get when you say no to her?" It felt like they were tugging in opposite directions. After a lot of crying in bathroom stalls at school, I finally picked my mom. It wasn't dramatic. I liked our neighborhood better. Mom worked from home. When I told Dad, my voice was shaking, but he hugged me so tight, whispering it was okay, because he just wanted me to be happy. It almost felt worse because he was being so nice about it. That night, I cried myself to sleep, not because I thought I'd picked wrong, but because he made it feel okay to let him go. Things seemed fine until a week later. A guy in a blue polo shirt knocked on our door asking for me by name. He handed me an envelope, turned around and walked away. Mom quickly grabbed it off me, smiling nervously and telling me it was just paperwork. But later that night, I overheard her on the phone. She was laughing about how the recordings had worked, and Dad never saw it coming. Confused, I started snooping around. That's how I found the recordings. Turns out every time she had asked me something about how Dad gets angry, she was secretly audio recording my responses. I didn't understand why at the time, but these audio recordings were mentioned in court every time we went. My dad never came to court to fight it either. He didn't call, didn't write, just vanished from my life overnight. I still didn't understand at the time, but a year later, I overheard Mom again. She wasn't laughing this time. Her voice was irritated. "He wanted to still see him," she said angrily. But there was no way I was going to split weekends and pretend everything was fine. That's when I realized it wasn't some judge who took Dad away. It was her. It was the recordings she had manipulated me in. Not long after that, Dad moved out of state. He started getting threats for being abusive to me and was forced to change his number and disappear completely. My mom hammered it into me that he'd just left us, that he'd abandoned me. Eventually, even I started believing it, until guilt started keeping me awake at night. It crept in slowly and quietly, but it was always there. The day I turned 18, I finally messaged him. It was a short, shaky text. "Hi Dad, it's me. Can we talk?" He replied within a minute, like he'd been waiting all those years. I didn't think you'd ever want to. He drove for 15 hours that same day, and we met for coffee the next afternoon. He cried before he even said hello, and I realized I'd never seen him cry before. He told me he'd thought I hated him, that I believed all of Mom's lies. As I told him the truth about the recordings, he just nodded, telling me he knew what she did, but when he tried to fight it, he found out just how cruel family courts are to men. 2 years later, it was Mom's second wedding. I stood beside her, smiling in every photo, adjusting her veil, holding her bouquet. I walked her down the aisle because she asked me to, but as soon as the ceremony was over, I turned to Mom and told her I wasn't staying for reception. I was going to have dinner with Dad. Her eyes went wide with shock, and she damn near exploded. She started tearing up and causing a scene so big I had to call my dad for help. The full story where the mom goes insane is on my channel and linked below.